There is news that the forces of our 1st Division at Quito are storming into battle with Elda's men.
So you have finally come to a decision?
As you had hoped, is it not? Are you satisfied?
Am I satisfied?
Why do you laugh?
Our wish was to have King Elda of Leonis' head, was it not?
I have not forgotten.
Are you so certain? If you wish to incur Lord Sadawe's displeasure, do be aware that a kingdom like this can easily fall overnight. I would consider your situation carefully, were I you. Unless you still do not understand the position your kingdom is in, perhaps.
Are you making a mockery of me? Insolent bastard!
Oh dear. It seems you have taken offense. Perhaps you could release your temper on the front lines, instead of arrogantly barking from upon the throne.
The true intent of your plots and schemes are clear as day. You fear it, do you not? Elda's ring. Just as I thought. Alas, if you desire the ring, then I have terms of mine own.
You have naught to fear. Horn will be destroyed root and stem. That plan remains unchanged. Yet, that cannot come to pass until Elda's life and that ring has been taken. Personally, it seems to me that you're more likely to fail than anything.
King Kuri, why did you take aim at the Sanctum Emissary?
No one who mocks me will be forgiven. No one.
But...
It is not unusual for emissaries to fail to return. Starving wolves roam these lands from dawn till dusk, after all.
Are you referring to us?
Your Highness, who are these people?
Victora and Luartha. One could say that they serve me well, where others would fail.
Things have gotten rather interesting, haven't they?
I'd say it's just beginning.
Excellent. That is what I like to hear. I pay you quite generously. Do not forget that.
I should be the one to remind you of that fact. And there's the matter of our promise. You do intend to honor your word, correct?
About Victora being crowned queen if we win this war? You'll really honor those words?
Yes. That promise stands.
I'll be queen. More enchanting words I've never spoken. So, how many children am I to bear you?
That conversation can wait. First, we devour Leonis and Horn, shaping this nation into the greatest land in the East. Afterwards, we look west to Rundall. Those who deserted me, those who mocked me, I shall make them all rule the day. Sodali's plots will come crumbling down. Every last one of them.
There are too many of them. At this rate.
Seems I made it just in time.
Who? It's Glaciela!
It's been a while, hasn't it, Mont?
Yes, it's been far too long.
You certainly seem to have grown since I last laid eyes on you. Did something happen?
A few things. You make that a few things too many.
In any case, I'm glad you made it to Wazette in one piece. I knew I could count on Minwu to aid you.
Is that so?
Truly. If you'd gone directly to Wazette, then right about now you'd be...
Facing Wazette's soldiers.
To make sure that didn't come to pass, I sent Minwu.
What is going on here? I heard tell of you attempting to usurp King Kuri's throne.
Then you heard correctly. With this, everything is now in motion. Mont, it all began the moment you visited Wazette. The first step is dealing with Aikido. Let's go!
It's the end of the line.
Not yet!
It's over, Sergius. Glaciela's reinforcements have turned the tables on us.
He's right. There is naught that can be done now.
What are you saying?
Alas.
You're not telling me we should just lay down and die without a fight?
Calm down. I have no intention of taking your lives. You needn't worry. This wound is shallow.
It would seem that you are the more skilled combatants. One would have to admit it. And yet, to fail in one's duty means death. King Kuri is not one for forgiveness.
What if we were to surrender?
Surrender?
Mont, what nonsense is this? We've earned our victory.
Glaciela, there is no doubt that we would be dead if not for your aid. But you have to leave this one to me. Please. We will surrender and be taken to Wazette Castle as prisoners of war. Do we have a deal? This way you can save face before the king.
What?
Lord Mont, if you do this, you'll be at the mercy of the king.
You should take more time to seriously consider the consequences.
I'm honestly glad so many of you are concerned for me. However, we have nowhere else to turn than Wazette. Therefore, I'll do anything to keep our alliance alive.
Very well. We will do whatever is within our power to assist you.
Mont, are you prepared to face execution?
I do not plan on leading us to our deaths.
Since we last met, it's as if you've become an entirely different person from the Mont I knew.
I'm the same Mont I've always been, and ever will be.
Minwu, let's go.
Lady Glaciela, are you sure this is a good idea?
If this is Mont's decision, then we must respect it.
Even so, what if King Kuri has a change of heart and decides to aid Lord Mont?
Simple. Then we shall fight. We'll show no mercy.
Glaciela.
She took off without a backward glance, didn't she? Even though you're more or less her betrothed.
Let's go. Wazette Castle awaits us.
Prepare yourself! He vanished.
Maybe it's about time you considered yielding. I promise that I'll be good to you. You'd prefer that to pain, surely.
Listening to you is painful enough.
You really intend to make me go all out, huh?
Just as you said, I do not intend to hold back.
What are you doing in Horn territory?
Oh my! Aren't you a pretty little thing? What do you say to becoming my woman?
And who are you exactly?
For your name, I'll give you mine 12 times over. I'm Camilo. I hope we get along well.
I am Mashari, daughter of King Rob.
Rob's daughter? That make you the Princess of Horn.
I'm Dia, from the Kingdom of Ovis. I came here seeking reinforcements.
Reinforcements?
My lady, Ovis is on the verge of complete and total annihilation at the hands of Rundall.
So, that would make this hungry little mutt one of Rundall's.
Oh, please, get it right. My homeland is Heinlein.
Lady Mashari, that's...
Brother!
Brother? Now just hold on a moment. Are you telling me that corpse is the Prince of Horn?
Who did this?
It was not me.
Then it was this bastard!
Hey, calm down.
Ziza, what should we do?
That Camilo fellow will only muddy the waters.
Shall we deal with him?
Filthy Rundall hound! We won't just let you get away!
So that's where all this gets me, huh? Though I'm not the type to hit a woman. If I die here, all the other ladies of the world would end up drowning in their own tears.
Why have you taken pity on these scoundrels?
If I had them killed, the alliance with Wazette would be well and truly severed.
Mutt, you are still soft as a newborn babe. A dog left untamed will come back to bite you in the future, boy. We do not know them. The only way to keep our alliance intact is to cut through them.
But Father...
King Elder speaks wisely.
You agree with him?
I am simply speaking the truth.
King Kuri believes that only an alliance with Fennis can ensure Wizette's survival.
There is naught he would not do to ensure that it comes to fruition.
Does he feel so threatened by the alliance between Fennis and Horn?
He does indeed.
Yet that threat is already dissipated. Their allegiance is no more.
What? Is that true?
I too am simply speaking the truth.
If that is indeed the case, then surely you would be welcomed. At least, publicly.
Publicly?
It may sound odd what I'm about to tell you, but I think it would be best if you did not place your trust in King Kuri. After all, the king trusts no one, not even Lady Glaciela.
Wazette Castle still hasn't come into view.
Not yet. It seems that King Elder's wound is much deeper than I suspected.
Yes, it is. We must hurry. I fear that without aid, he will soon be lost.
Let us make haste for the castle.
Come to think of it, you mentioned that King Kuri doesn't trust Glaciela, right?
Right.
Are they not father and daughter? I don't see why.
Lord Mutt, you know the truth of Lady Glaciela's birth mother, correct?
I do. She is not a child born of the Queen.
Precisely. Before Lady Glaciela was born, King Kuri's queen bore him a prince. Alas, there was a power struggle regarding the claim to the throne, culminating in the prince's assassination.
So it was then decided that Lady Glaciela, who was born in the aftermath of the struggle, would inherit the throne.
However, like the murdered prince before her, Lady Glaciela became the target of an assassination plot. Against all odds, Lady Glaciela struck back against numerous hardships and won, securing her position as successor to the throne. That is where this tale should have ended.
But there's more to tell?
King Kuri had terms for Lady Glaciela if she were to be crowned queen.
King Kuri had terms for Glaciela? Surely you don't mean that rejecting those terms would cost her the crown?
That is precisely what I mean.
What exactly were those terms?
All of Lady Glaciela's relatives were to be executed.
What did you... Why would King Kuri force such cruel terms upon his daughter?
It really is rather simple. Lady Glaciela's mother was not of royal birth, nor was she noble of blood.
All for the sake of a bloodline? Why would that even be relevant?
But it is. The royal subjects would likely not be very understanding. For them to be made to serve a queen whose blood is mixed with that of a lowborn, those royal subjects would consider it incredibly humiliating. One need not think hard on the matter to understand.
In other words, King Kuri set those terms to seal away the secret of Lady Glaciela's birth. For that reason alone, he ordered the slaughter of her mother and siblings? What a fool!
Naturally, Lady Glaciela refused to go along with such unfair terms.
Causing her relationship with King Kuri to sour?
Would that it were a mere salary.
Lady Glaciela took command of her personal battalion, Spirare, and disappeared from the royal palace.
You jest.
Wizette will likely be split in two before long.
Do you mean there will be a civil war?
King Kuri has made his decision. He believed that your engagement to Glaciela would spur you and all of Leonis to join her side.
So that's why he ordered you to kill us.
That is not the only reason. If Wizette were to gain control of the ring you bear, Lord Mutt, then our Ikito would become a mighty army to rival even Solidus, the pride of Horn.
With such an army, King Kuri would no longer have to bend the knee to Sodali.
Precisely, Lord Mutt.
That explains the hasty alliance with Fennis.
The situation is far more complicated than I had foreseen. Bearing all this in mind, Lord Mutt, would you still be escorted to Wizette Castle?
Yes. Our options have not grown. So what other choice do we have?
Reporting, Your Highness! A company of monks is headed this way. It is highly likely that they are being led by Sodali.
Oh, is that so? Is it possible that he has grown suspicious of us?
No, sir. We haven't observed any indication that they doubt our intentions.
Then we might catch them off guard. What of Moraga?
There's been no sight of Moraga, or any of Fennis' soldiers for that matter.
Perhaps Fennis remains on the battlefield.
King Rob.
it would seem Sauderly plans to return to Dimebrook Cathedral. That would be most favorable. Now I, King Rob of Horn, shall repay them in kind for their crimes of deception. Inform the army! We march in full force! We will storm into battle against the monks of the Sanctum! Trample them into the dirt! Paint the earth red with the miserable bastard's blood!